finesse double E. Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touch down, touch down. Whenever I touch down, touch down, touch down. Whenever I touch down, touch down, touch down. Whenever I touch down, touch down, touch down. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they call respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 7 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky, hair stocky.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
Goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Fields. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and 11. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice to such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. 3-2 their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That will allow them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're running quickly once more. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Webster. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Throwing again is Fields. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Second down and goal. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action here on 1st down. He completes it to Ridley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard. And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Okay, right? 22 needle. Faster, faster.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. Fields. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Fields on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Webster. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Treston Ebner with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. Fields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we'll lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Flag blue.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there as now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Ritter will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by Pitts. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean
a lot there. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Bears, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium.